Okay, now we are into the NFL. And before we get started, Joe, I had something here typed up that I wanted to bring up to you regarding the NFL. Okay,
Hmm.
before we start AFC, before we start NFC, we're going to do our top quarterbacks, running backs, receivers of all time, top five in each position, right? Um, Before I do that, I have been incredibly critical in the past of Ohio State players going into the NFL and not being successful. And you know what I'm talking like. There's not really been that other than Stroud. You know, Stroud's all right, but there hasn't really
You mean
been.
like quarterback wise or just
Yeah,
in general?
mainly in general, defensively, they're
Well, I mean,
NFL wise, but this weekend alone, I feel like the NFL has gotten taken over by Ohio State. Henderson for the Patriots, he came alive.
oh yeah,
He came alive. Chris Olave, he's back,
yeah. Well, I mean,
looking good. Went against
there's been
Carolina, but
all the Saints players. The Saints used to get Ohio State guys all the time when they were good. They had Michael Thomas was a stud.
yeah,
Marcus Lattimore.
yeah. And I mean, I feel like Ohio State has come into the NFL player wise and has been very defense heavy. You know, other than
Hmm.
the past few years, what there's a reason why they call him wide receiver U. Egbuka, he looks good.
Well, we've always been wide receiver U through
Garrett Wilson, he
long Terry McLaurin,
yeah
Garrett Wilson,
yeah it's
Chris
the
Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. There's a Ohio State receiver on every team.
then you got then you got to think outside of receiver. Well, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. for the
Yep, and
Cardinals.
he's starting to come around. Yeah.
Yeah, and before it was just defensive end. That's
Well, I mean, we've had receivers,
yeah
like we always kind of have some receivers in the NFL that are pretty good. There was
yeah
Joey Galloway,
yeah.
David Boston,
But you got
uh,
Ted Ginn Jr.
Ted Ginn Jr.,
but
uh,
it's just like
Mike Thomas, the
yeah
old Mike Thomas, from the Falcons.
yeah yeah. But I mean, my mind always anytime I think Ohio State and NFL, I think Nick Bosa. I think Chase Young, even though he's injured. Another Redskin curse or Commander curse, right?
Hmm.
Uh, he's hurt. Nick Bosa, he's alive, although the Bills were not, but he's alive. Um,
Well, that's Joey.
that's what I meant, Joey Bosa.
Joey's on the Bills. Nick's on the Niners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I automatically just think about um, defensive ends anytime I thought about NFL. That now, I mean, skill player position wise in the NFL, I'm not saying a defensive end isn't a skill player position. I'm just saying, your quarterbacks, your receivers, Stroud's kind of it. Justin Fields, I thought he was, but no,
Hmm.
you know. So quarterback, well, I think, RIP, but I think Dwayne Haskins would have been a really good.
Oh, he would have been. Yeah, he would have been the
he
guy
would,
for the Steelers.
yeah, they wouldn't even be have Rogers right now. They wouldn't need him.
Yeah.
Will Howard's gonna
Well, that
be
was the plan.
yeah,
I think that was the plan. He was going to come in and be the next guy, and then
yeah,
that happened, and they kind of had to.
yeah, yeah. But he would
It's
have
unfortunate.
been fantastic for the Steelers and Tomlin
Uh
and
huh.
the way they run that offense. My God. But Will Howard, I feel like he's gonna be that.
Hmm.
There's so many people who say you can't Ohio State play Ohio State fans can't claim Joe Burrow. Yeah, you can.
I mean, he went there first, but
I mean, I don't.
he kind of learned a little bit when he was there. So it's not like he didn't.
Yeah,
It's not like he was there for a sandwich and left,
yeah, and
a
Ryan
cup of coffee.
and Ryan Day has a hell of a way of you know building quarterbacks.
Mm.
You know, and I feel like Hartline being the receiver coach, and Ryan Day being the QB coach. I feel like those two need each other. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
um, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Just say, this weekend I feel like Ohio State's taking over the NFL.
Oh well, we forgot about receiver. That was good in the NFL from Ohio State. Brian Hartline,
Yeah. Yep.
Anthony Gonzalez. Can't forget those guys.
Yeah.
He played for the Colts.
Yeah. And I mean, one kid right now that I feel like is finally starting to get noticed out of Michigan for the Steelers is Roman Wilson. I feel like
Mm,
Rodgers is finally starting to realize, hey, I have I have my slot guy.
yeah. I don't know why he hasn't been on the field. That's what
I don't
annoys
need.
me.
I know he was hurt, but
Yeah, but he's a good player. He's a solid player.
he
He's
is.
not bad whatsoever.
Yeah,
Better than some of the guys that got out there right now.
yeah. And I mean, my Steelers they stink. They're so reliant on throwing to DK or you
Mm,
know they're so predictable now.
yep.
And our division stinks. So that's the reason we're still in first. But
Well, I mean,
Lamar's back. So who knows? Who knows what'll happen
there's
with that?
there's no one worse than the Cleveland Browns. The
Jumping
worst,
offsides.
the worst loss of the season, and that's saying something.
How do you
The
lose to
Jets
the?
shipped their two best defensive players away, and we can't score touchdowns on this defense.
If I'm
Doesn't make
Miles,
any sense to me.
if I'm Miles Garrett, I'm never strapping a helmet on again.
Yeah, he's got another sack. He's like he's leading the league in sacks. We're leading the league in sacks. Well, not as a team, but he is, and
Yeah,
like we're right behind the Broncos in that stat, and we have the second best yardage defense in the league, and we're one of the worst teams. How does that make sense? Just,
it's almost like having Paul Skeens and you know.
I mean, it's like it's like the Cleveland Guardians. You got a $3 billion pitching staff and a 2 cent batting lineup. Like you can't win with this. You need offense.
Yeah, I know we're into the NFL, but just thinking about baseball, the Pirates just signed something they desperately needed, another pitcher.
Yep,
God forbid
needed
they,
that.
yeah, God forbid that they sign a bat.
Yep,
We'll get what
can't
we
get that
need.
third baseman from Japan.
Yeah,
Can't get that.
yeah, yeah. He'll want 100 million. But anyway, back to the NFL. We have the Steelers losing to the Chargers, which Jesse Minter. I mean, he even got a special shout out from Tomlin on how good his schemes are for defense. You know,
Mm.
um, and then we have the Colts still tearing it up. And then we have the Patriots. I think you wanted to mention something about the Patriots, didn't you?
What was in fact about Travion Henderson? I mean,
Yeah,
finally let the reins off and let him go. Let's see what he can do out there.
yeah. And then the Broncos still ahead in the West. I still think that there's a possibility that the defending AFC champions don't make it to the playoffs.
Let's see. Um, like I said, I know Jacksonville beat the Chiefs,
They just
but
lost though.
Jacksonville just lost to the Texans with Davis Mills at QB. So that was the neck bowl. Trevor Lawrence neck versus Davis Mills neck.
Yep.
Um, but they're going to make it by default because the AFC North is terrible
Never
and
know
the
though.
AFC South is terrible. so,
Uh,
so
Joey B might be coming back, so who knows?
oh no, they're done. Bengals are done. They couldn't stop you and I from scoring. Okay,
Yeah.
just like we could be receivers out there and move it on them. I mean,
these,
I'm joking, obviously,
yeah.
because they would kill us.
I have a
But
bad back and everything else. I couldn't do it. Uh, but speaking of not being able to stop anybody, how about the Bills losing to the Dolphins this weekend?
uh, another great like I don't get this McDermott guy. He is a terrible coach if you ask me. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how he keeps his job.
Do you see
He's a defensive guy. It's like
McDaniel?
Stefanski.
McDaniel was driving his car around down in Miami, and he
Yeah,
was shouting out and trolling Bills fans.
yeah.
I have
I
no
mean,
problem
hey,
with that.
I don't either. They dominated him. But it's like he's McDermott's like the Browns coach Stefanski. Okay,
Hmm.
his side of the ball is defense, McDermott. But yet it's the worst part about the team.
Yeah,
like the defense is the worst part. That
yeah.
doesn't make any sense. It's like the Browns, Stefanski. He's an offensive genius, and the offense is putrid. So like what are we gonna do here? It's
He
kind of
he,
like
he kind of reminds me of like a speaking of Browns coaches, kind of reminds me of an Eric Mangini type of coach.
who Stefanski,
Yeah, no, McDermott.
McDermott. Yeah, a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah, a little bit of like that. But yeah, if you want to go ahead with the NFC, still the same
Well,
stuff.
there's not much change. Eagles number one in the NFC East. Probably gonna go to the Super Bowl once again.
You think so?
They play the Packers. Yeah, yeah. I mean they're the Eagles. They're tough. The Packers, Lions, and Bears are all fighting for that division, and the Vikings are hanging on by a thread. Then the NFC South, you got the Tampa Bay Bucks. They're kind of
Carolina's
running
coming up
away.
though.
They lost too
Oh
this
yeah.
past week. All the underdogs killed it this week in the NFL. And then you got Seattle and the Rams in the NFC
Niners
West.
out. Niners out.
Yeah, the Rams just smoked the 49ers this past week though yesterday. Uh yeah.
Cowboys, are they statistically out?
I mean, no, but they are.
Man, that organization, Jerry Jones, that is something that needs studied.
I mean, they do all right. I mean, they act like when they lost to the Cardinals last week that it was the end of the world. It's like the Cardinals aren't that bad of a football team. Now, if you lost to the Browns or the Jets,
Yeah.
then I would start to panic. But
Part of me, not to, throw any kind of guilt or anything like that, but the way that the Cowboys come in every single year and their fans are always it's our year for the past what 31 years now. It's our year. Just because they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1995, we still think that you're America's team. America's team went to America's Tom real fast. You know,
yep.
and they couldn't let that
Well, I
go.
mean,
But
America's team right now is the Chiefs.
yeah, yeah. But it's just how they had like the gamble stuff go on, and
Hmm.
it just makes me wonder. Jerry Jones keeps filling that multi-billion-dollar stadium, full of hope and wonder, and just it makes me wonder.
Hey, he's a great businessman.
Oh yeah,
He is. I mean, he knows how to make money.
yeah.
But when it comes to running a football team, you know, he probably should leave it to the professionals.
Well, Jimmy Johnson won one too many games for him, so he had to let him
Yeah.
go.
Well, he was the reason why the team was good, and
I
but
know.
Jerry wasn't getting enough credit, so he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fire him." And then they won the next year without him, and they think it's them. And it's like, no, Barry Barry Switzer is not that good of a pro coach. He's a college guy.
Yeah. Um, So we got into a little bit of a debate last night that we should have saved just for this. I should have hit you with it later on. Um, but it was about one of the top 10 receivers ever, maybe in the league. But we basically summed it up to if you were starting a team from scratch, who would you start your team with? Would you start your team with Calvin Johnson, or would you start your team with Larry Fitzgerald? And I'm going with Fitz.
Just just insanity. I
I'm
mean,
I'm
how can
going.
you I mean, I love Fitz. Don't get me wrong. He's a great receiver, great hands, great route runner. But I can't not pick the guy that is basically built like LeBron and runs a 4-4 and has and he went to Georgia Tech and he has the brains and the brawn. Calvin Johnson, Megatron, man. I mean,
I think I
when he's
saw
got four guys on him, he's open.
I saw a stat one time about Larry Fitzgerald about he has more pass attempts or something than drops,
He has more tackles than he has drops.
more tackles than drops.
Yep,
You know,
which is insane too. Yeah, that's what
I
like
mean,
he's on his own, but I'm saying that Megatron's like a mythical figure. There's never going to be a guy like him ever again. That's like
so
that.
is he the Jordan of?
I would say he's like LeBron. He's the LeBron of like receivers.
Okay.
He's a 101. No one's gonna be no one's gonna come close to that.
I just think when it comes to reliability, and if I need somebody who, if I throw it up, no matter what, if it hits his hands, he's catching it. You know
That's
that
Megatron.
that's also Fitz.
It
He
is, it
he
is, but
he, he will give you fits.
yeah, I just remember I've seen Calvin Johnson make some catches that no other human being could be able to make. Between three guys in the end zone, jumping up, and between them catching it in the final second of the game, and Stafford just throws it up and he catches it. Just
Here, I'll hit you this one live. Hit you with this one live. I'll take both of them before I take Michael Irvin.
I would too. That's a no brainer. I like Michael
He,
Irvin in the
he
conversation with
yeah, people,
Calvin
yeah,
Johnson and
there.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Believe it or not, there's people out there who put
Well,
him
they don't know ball then.
up in
I mean,
there.
I like Michael Irvin. Don't get me wrong. He's
There's
he's Michael Irvin's a good player, but
there's also people in there who put Ocho Cinco up in there, and I'm
he's
like,
not even in the Hall of Fame.
yeah, yeah. I'll take AJ Green before I take Ocho Cinco.
He's a good player.
I liked AJ
Uh,
Green.
yeah,
Okay.
that's a good player right there.
So another thing we were going to do NFL wise before we get on to the last segment, which will be probably a small one. But before we get on to the next segment, we were going to do um, top five uh, quarterbacks, top five running backs, top five receivers all time. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Uh, I think we'll both end up being the same when it comes to one on quarterbacks, but I'm taking Brady. I
Tom
think,
Brady's the goat.
yeah, I mean, that's a mythical figure that will
Yes.
never be caught. Ever.
Right.
Ever. It'll never happen. Uh, number two. Number two. Um,
You can name your five, and then I'll name my five.
okay. Okay. Well, we both have Brady at one, right?
Obvious.
Uh, so I'll go. I'll go five. I'll go 5-2. Okay. Um, for number five, I will put Peyton
Peyton Manning. Okay. Okay.
at five. Um, for number four, um, hmm. See, 4-3 is kind of tough for me. Because that could be flip flopped a lot of ways. Um, I'll go ahead and give you my three. Okay, and I'm gonna put Joe Montana at three.
Okay. So who's four?
Man,
Dan Marino?
mm.
No.
Dan Marino is my number two.
Oh, okay. All right. So who's four? What's the suspense here? You're killing me. Is it Mahomes?
No, I can't. I can't.
Okay.
I can't put him there yet.
John Elway
Uh, I'm in between three different players. Um,
for four.
for number four. Yeah, because I feel like Peyton can be tied at five with a couple of them. Um,
Oh, I know who it is. Drew
he,
Brees.
Drew Brees.
That's it.
Drew
Yeah.
Brees.
Okay. Took me a minute.
Uh, the other player that I was kind of slipping up with a little bit when it comes to five, I might even bump Peyton out.
Okay.
And I might, not just because I'm a fan, but I might put Big Ben at five.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
I,
mean,
th-
I respect that.
I
Yeah.
think I would take Ben before I take Peyton. Peyton was good, obviously.
I mean, I wouldn't, but
One of the greatest that we'll ever see, you know, in our
yeah.
lifetime. But you know, he had weapons all over the field for the Colts.
Hmm.
Tom Brady created his weapons all over the field. I feel like without Brady, we wouldn't know who Edelman or Amendola or any of those guys are.
Nope.
Wes Welker.
Yep. Dion Branch.
Yeah, we would have no clue who any of those guys are.
Hmm.
The fact that Brady won a Super Bowl with Leonard Fournette says all that you need
Yeah.
to say, about Brady. I mean, Manning had Edgar and James. He's
He's had Hall of Famers
everywhere.
every position.
And then whenever he went to Denver and won a Super Bowl with them, I'm sorry, but he wasn't the reason they won that Super Bowl.
Oh no.
He played awful, and he played Cam
No,
Newton.
they had an all-time defense.
What's it say about the NFC then when Cam Newton is the guy in the
Well,
Super Bowl?
He was the MVP that year. So
Yeah, but okay. So five is I'm taking Manning out, and I'm putting Big Ben.
all right. So who you got? You got
Ben,
Big
Breeze,
Ben.
Montana, Dan Marino, and Tom Brady.
Okay. All right. Well, so I have Tom Brady as my number one. He is the goat. Um, I'm gonna have to put Joe Montana number two.
Okay.
Joe Montana is number two. Um, for three, I'm gonna go. Um, hmm, I'm gonna go Dan Marino at three. Um, I would put him higher, but he doesn't have any Super Bowls, and that Super Bowls carry a lot of weight. It's
Yeah.
just I feel bad for Danny. He never won one, but there's a guy in the NFL right now he's got the Dan Marino curse, and that's Joe Burrow. But that's for another story. Um, four, I'm gonna go John Elway. Pains me to say it as a Browns fan, but John
Yeah,
Elway.
that's tough. I didn't like Elway.
Uh, but he was a good player. I mean, three Super Bowls. He took him forever to win, but he finally did. Finally conquered the beast. Um, and at five, man, there's so many guys. I'm gonna do it. Patrick Mahomes is number five. He's on the list.
I like that we both have Manning out of it.
Yeah, I did. I'm not a big Manning fanboy.
Yeah,
It pains me not to put Steve Young on there either,
I was
but
close with Steve. I was close with
no Drew Brees.
Terry Bradshaw.
Someone's gonna be left off. Like I love Drew Brees, I love Steve Young. You know.
Yeah, and we had a conversation a while back, where we were talking
Mm.
about tier one, tier two, tier three, tier four quarterbacks. Remember
Oh yeah,
that?
yeah.
And that's a whole nother debate. But I'll go ahead and say it. And I think it upset you the last time before, but I'll go ahead and stir the pot for the next episode. But Jim Kelly is maybe tier three. He could be
Oh,
he could be tier four.
uh, Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly's like. See, Dan Marino has all the stats and everything, and he was unbelievably good at throwing the football. Jim Kelly is like the second, like he's behind Dan Marino. The worst luck possible. Like they're the top two.
One
That never won.
and don't forget in that conversation, because I forget nothing. Don't forget in that conversation I put Jim Kelly and Donovan McNabb in the same tier.
Yeah, that's just nonsense, Rob.
So so we'll
That's crazy.
so we'll
Donovan McNabb is not a Hall of Fame caliber
we
quarterback,
got to save it for
and you
next.
have him with
He's a
just come on, man.
I think he's close.
No, there's Eagles fans would tell you that he's not close.
Um. Okay, we'll save that for next week. Okay, because we kind of get heated with that one a little bit. So,
Wow.
um, we'll start running backs. Um, I think both of us will probably go to the same place when it comes to one, but I'm going Barry for one.
Okay.
Um, my two. Mm, I guess Emmett. I mean, he had that
That's
line.
fine. It's your list. Yeah.
He had that line though.
Yeah, but I mean,
If Barry had
that's
that
okay.
line, my God.
Yeah, but that's why like Emmett Smith's still Emmett Smith. It's not
Yeah,
his fault that he got a team that had a line,
yeah.
He would still be a good player.
Three, I got to go Walter Payton.
Okay.
Four, I'm going Bettis.
Okay.
I mean, a guy that big and he has the yards that he has.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he's Steeler Homer here, folks.
Bettis is one of the greatest of all
Big
time.
Ben, and Jerome Bettis make the top five.
Wait till you see my receivers. Um,
Uh,
let's see for five.
you're missing somebody very important, and I cannot believe he's not on this list because he's on mine.
Are you thinking OJ,
Nope,
Bo Jackson?
nope.
Hmm. So I'm in between two players for my five.
Okay,
Okay, and I might actually put them both on here as like a tie.
all right.
Okay, just because I'm thinking of players that we grew up watching, our
Mm-hmm.
generation, our era, whatever. Um, and I'm putting a tie between Ladainian Tomlinson and Marshall Falk.
Okay, I like that. But I am gonna. I cannot believe you put Jerome Bettis on this list and left this guy off the list. This is egregious, Rob. This is another craziness. All right. At one, I'm gonna have Barry Sanders as well,
Whoops.
but I'm gonna have a little different order with my guys. I got Barry Sanders. Then I got Walter Payton. Walter Payton sweetness. I mean,
I know who you're gonna say.
Oh, did you have to look it up?
No, no, I just thought of it.
Jim Brown is
Yeah.
number three. The real best running back of the AFC North. The other backs got nothing on him. Especially Jerome Bettis. Really, come
Yes,
on,
really.
Rob.
Yes,
Come on.
he's Jim Brown's equal.
Oh, Jerome Bettis wouldn't even say that. uh, so I got Barry Sanders, Walter Payton,
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. I'm gonna have to go O.J. Simpson at four. I mean, I hate to go with all the old guys, but they're legends for a reason.
Yeah.
And at five, hmm, there's a lot of ways you can go here. I could go Emmett Smith, but he's got the longevity and the yardage. But there's a guy I have to put on here. I'm gonna have to go with LaDainian Tomlinson at five. If it was for me, because
Yep.
LT he was on another level.
Mhm.
Not only could he run, he could also catch. So yeah, and
Uh,
honorable mention Marshall Falk.
Another honorable mention is Curtis Martin. He was a damn good running back.
Oh yeah, I would also say like Frank Gore, Emmett Smith are kind of like on the outside looking in.
Mhm. Okay. So we're on receivers. I'm not putting my one yet
Okay,
because I feel like it's different than yours.
you know what? I'm gonna go. You want? I'll do my one.
Go
I'll
ahead.
do my top five.
Go ahead.
All right, my top five receivers all time.
Are you starting at
Jerry
five?
Rice. You want me to start at five?
It's up to you.
I'll start with one. I like going one to five. Jerry Rice is my one.
Okay.
I mean, Jerry Rice has it all. He has the stats. He has the touchdowns. Some of the greatest catches you've ever seen in the biggest moments. So I gotta go Jerry Rice. Then I'm gonna go with the second guy, who's one of the biggest knuckleheads in the history of the game.
Hmm.
But I gotta go with To. To is probably he's probably the most talented receiver to play the game. He played for so long, had the longevity. Um, Three, I'm gonna have to go with my man Randy Moss. How you gonna pay for that fine, Randy Moss? Straight cash, homie. Uh, four, four is gonna have to be. Oh man, there's so many receivers. Um, I'm gonna have to go Megatron at four. Calvin Johnson.
Okay.
Uh, and then I don't want to leave this guy off. I mean, there's so many guys. Like I'm thinking like Isaac Bruce, Marvin Harrison, uh, Larry Fitzgerald. They're all on that five. Like they're all right there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys there. Um, but I'm gonna go with Marvin Harrison Senior. I think he should be on this list. Um, but I love me some Isaac Bruce and uh man, can't,
So I
Larry
got.
Fitz too.
I'm gonna put one on there that you definitely forgot about. Um. So for my one, I'm actually going Randy Moss. For
Okay.
two, I'm going Jerry Rice. I feel like if Moss had somebody better than Dante Culpepper throwing him the football, it
He had a
could.
couple. He had a couple. He had more than just Culpepper. He had Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Tom Brady. Um, I'll put T.O. on there for three. I'll put Fitz on there for four. And for my 5, because I want to be a little different here, I'm not going to take Megatron. Okay? I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
take somebody who had just as good of hands as Fitzgerald. I'm going with
No, hold
Chris
on. Let me guess. Chris Carter.
Chris Carter. Chris
Yeah,
Carter.
I I would have picked him, but I just can't. He's not in this company. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, but
I
he
mean,
kind of he's
you got to look at these new guys too. Like Justin Jefferson, he's going to be on there.
mm, no, he's not.
I
I
guess
hate to.
if he had a quarterback, yeah, you're right.
I mean, I well, Megatron didn't have a quarterback, and he's
He had Stafford.
still regarded. Yeah, for a little bit, but it's not like before he got there.
Who was
Before
it?
Stafford got there,
Who
it was Dan Orlovsky.
Mr. Safety.
Yeah, just think about that. Like that's what kind of quarterbacks Megatron was playing with, and Stafford always got hurt too. So,
Yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know. There's some newer guys that I'm like, maybe.
um, Julio Jones, I thought about.
Mm-hmm.
I like him a lot. AJ Green, Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Uh, no D Hop. D Hop shouldn't be on the list.
No.
Trying to think who else. Antonio Brown could have been on this list. I mean, if he wasn't a knucklehead.
Reggie Wayne.
Uh,
He's right there with Chris
Reggie
Carter.
Reggie Wayne. Reggie Wayne and like Isaac Bruce are two of my like if it was my personal all-time favorite players that I love,
Mm-hmm.
Isaac Bruce and Reggie Wayne are on the team. Love those guys. But this was top 5 all time, so it's hard for them to make it on here.
Yeah. Okay. So, any more on the NFL? Any big games this weekend coming up NFL
Uh
wise?
oh well, the Giants coach got fired.
Yep, he did. That
Daboll.
that would be a good college guy.
Mm, you think?
At like I don't want to say
If he want,
I don't want to say like a
I,
small market team, but a small market team. You know what I mean?
I,
Like a
I don't think he would go to college though. He's NFL guy.
yeah,
He might. You know where he could go because he's from the Belichick tree. He
North
could go to North
Carolina.
Carolina. That's a
Yeah,
possibility.
yeah, yep.
An assistant coach, something.
Another one makes you wonder is Bill O'Brien if he'll go back to college or not.
He is in college. He's at Boston
I
College.
meant away from them, like a bigger
Oh, like the
job,
pro.
LSU
Oh,
or
bigger job.
Penn
Yeah.
State or Florida.
I don't think so. He's got to prove something at Boston College. He hasn't done anything yet.
Oh, NFL, real quick. If the Browns would fire Stefanski,
Yeah.
okay, which they probably will at the end of the season, because they go through coaches the same way they do go through quarterbacks. Um,
Not. He's been there a while though. Stefanski's been there a while. He's been
how,
there like 6, 7 years.
how would you feel? This is another rumor I saw online. How would you feel about primetime coming in and coaching his son in the NFL?
No, absolutely not.
That's
Be the worst hire
I
ever.
saw that today, and I'm like,
It would be a terrible hire.
my God,
I mean, I like Dion. I think he's doing a great job at Colorado, and I know he had some like health problems too.
yeah,
But no one in their right mind would hire him to be an NFL head coach.
pair those two up in the NFL.
Yeah, just I mean, I like Dion though, but
It's already a circus.
yeah, you can't add more fuel to this fire.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
don't we.
we need someone. We need an adult. Not well, Dion's an adult, but you know what I mean, like a
I know. Yeah,
culture setter.
yeah. Well, I think that's all for our NFL thing. Our next segment we'll do a WWE and then athlete of the week, and then that'll be it for this week. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, 1 second.